So let's, before we get into the show, let's go over some Observer notes from the time period. We got October 1st, 2000 Observer newsletter here. These were two back-to-back hitters at the top that I just put in very short lines here. For WCW news, the Nitro Grill officially will be closing its doors on October 1st due to red ink. And then right after, ICP no-showed Thunder.
Oh, nice. A back-to-back doubleheader.
I don't know if those go hand in hand with each other or not, but...
ICP killed the Nitro Grill. That's our rumor of the week.
Oh, no! I agree. We're bringing it back. I knew that segment would hit. Apparently, there was a blow-up in the office with Russo and J.J. Dillon. Dillon, as the story goes, was on the phone talking to someone about the 9/18 Nitro show, saying how stupid it was that Tigress beat 3 guys by herself in the elimination match, and then how after doing an angle that Russo had brain surgery, he showed up with his head shaved. Russo was walking by and heard the conversation and blew a gasket.
What about the brain surgery?
I guess, did they do an angle where Russo had brain surgery?
He was bald?
Well, no, he didn't shave his head. He had brain surgery and had a full head of hair.
Okay, so they removed his brain from his head completely, Shibata style.
Yeah.
They put it back in.
They put it back in. He was fine.
They popped the top like Frankenstein.
Like Lindsay Dorado. Pop the top.
Pop the top and it just said, yeah, we're good. That's cool.
DDP did ask for his release, but Brad Siegel didn't want to give it to him. Russo had made it clear to DDP that he only wants him to put over younger guys, whereas DDP thinks he can still be in the world title hunt. I didn't realize DDP had ever asked for his release or anything like that, or that they were just trying to jabroni him like that. DDP was over as fuck still in 2000.
I love how black and white these conversations are from back in the day. It's like, we want you to only put over young guys. It's like the wrestling business is, that's so weird. Like the business is so like ebb and flow. But like the idea of like going to someone and being like, you are now just putting over 25-year-olds sounds like super stupid.
It is like, very silly. It's way different now too. It's like, all right, you're gonna put over this young guy, 40-year-old Finn Balor, right out of NXT.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look at him. Look at this guy.
This is the future. Speaking of burying things, Brian Clark did an interview this past week where he called the entire tag team division in the company a joke, saying how bad it was that they gave the 2 smallest guys in the company the tag titles and that the entire FA push was all political. What's FA? Oh, Filthy Animals. Okay, that's right.
Wait. Jarrell Clark buried WCW.
Clark. Jarrell Clark came in, popped the 630, and said, "Fuck
you were
this."
Talking about Mr. 630.
Jarrell Clark has had enough. He did one dark match.
What did Jarrell Clark got to say? Like WCW? He was in the Filthy Animals?
Jarrell Clark hated the Filthy Animals. They took everything he worked for, motherfucker.
They didn't put me over. I was 25. They had to put me over contractually.
I walked in and I said, DDP, I want to win.
And I'm gonna win.
No, Brian Clark of Chronic, of course.
Of course,
James.
yes, my bad. That makes more sense, I think.
Brian Clark also seemed mad about some of the commentary Conan had been doing as of late, saying how Brian Adams got in Conan's face, and Conan said how what he was saying wasn't personal, but he believes it really was. So I guess there was also an argument between them. Brian Clark sucks.
Well,
so
Conan also did bury every single person on commentary, like without remorse, constantly.
Well, because Kevin Nash did it, so he did anything Kevin Nash.
Well, Kevin Nash is the coach.
The coach and the manager and the GM and the boss.
He is crazy this time.
The October 9th, 2000 Figure 4 Wrestling Weekly. So I was kind of thrown off here because this is October 2000, and this says the announcement that either Mandalay Sports or Get Ready, Vincent K. McMahon had purchased World Championship Wrestling was expected to be made just after we went to press. They were already... because this doesn't happen for like 6 more months, but
I'm sure there was finalization and contract stip-ins and shit.
Do you think people here were just like, that's bullshit? Like, no way.
Yeah, I'm sure it was like held close to the chest, and like I'm sure they had like there's a lot of contractual shit. There's a lot of contracts at play. Yeah. I mean, they that's a lot. So I get in my head, I guess I didn't even think about that, but I guess it was probably emotion more than just on the day it happened. So
yeah, in my 10-year-old brain, it was like, whoa, Vince just bought it yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. Like, whoa, he just got it right then.
The ink was...
He didn't have it to the TV show.
He got it at 5 p.m. on Monday.
He's just waiting for the facts. He's like, oh, did I get it? Shane, go out there.
Go. Get him on a private jet.
Yeah, I guess 6 months, sure, that makes sense.
Sure. Here's another thing about the future of WCW here. The feeling throughout the industry late Tuesday night was that Eric Bischoff and Jason Hervey would run a new company, probably called WCW Extreme or World Championship Extreme Wrestling. The domain WCW Extreme and WCW Extreme, with no E, were registered as both .coms and .orgs by Mandalay on July 22nd, 1999, which indicates they had been interested in either working or purchasing the company outright for at least a year now. While it's hard to speculate until an announcement is actually made, the feeling is that part of the deal would include TBS and TNT keeping the highly rated Nitro and Thunder shows. World Championship Extreme Wrestling sounds like that fed that G.I. Ho was in.
Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot about that. G.I. Ho.
And they should bring
I'm
her
sure
in.
I'm sure it would have went just as good too, I promise.
I think so too. World WCW Extreme.
What were they thinking? Well, ECW was already like, we're gonna like move towards like work rate stuff.
Yeah.
So they that would have been. It's probably better that did not happen. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Back to more ICP news here. Insane Clown Posse no-showed Nitro and Thunder last week.
And the Grill.
That reported on their hotline that they'd quit again. Alvarez says, I'm not going to go back to check, but this is literally like the 4th or 5th time they've quit.
Well, I'm sure that happens constantly.
I'm assuming they went up to him and said, listen, you guys got to put over Jarrell Clark tonight.
That is not happening.
No way. Whoop, whoop.
I was like, fuck your grill.
This shit sucks. There's no Fago here. What am I going to do with this?
Dude, they could have done that 5 ways over. They could have got Fago in the grill and all that. Yeah, that could have been a big deal for them.
Man. They had nothing. No, they had DDP hamburger, and that's all they had.
Well, that was probably awesome and good.
Well, you couldn't eat it if you were over 25.
Oh, son of a bitch. Well, at the time, I would have been fine. I would have been laughing at all the people that couldn't eat it.
From the October 9th, 2000 Observer, back to Meltzer here, on the ECW front, meetings were scheduled for later this week between ECW and TNN to work out terms of their relationship or of ending the relationship. Both sides had agreed to 2 additional shows, an agreement which ends on the 10/6 show. WWF has agreed to waive its exclusivity through the end of the year, and TNN is willing, if sides come to terms, to keep ECW through that period. ECW is believed to be willing to stay, provided they are given the right to leave before the end of the year, provided they make an outside deal. So I thought that TNN just said, fuck off, unless they eventually do, and this is like, just before that. But WWF, I didn't know that they had said, hey, it's cool, you can keep them on.
I didn't know that either.
Unless they change their mind. Maybe that doesn't stay.
That could have very easily been like, no fucking way, man. Like, doesn't make any sense.
Unless Paul Heyman thought he would look like a jabroni being the second to WWF, he said, fuck that. No way.
I honestly, I mean, he does not.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could at least see him doing a promo like that and then working himself into believing that. And then
Jerry Lynn also believed it too.
Yeah, he's always nice with the glasses on. And the glasses on, shorts. Jerry Lynn definitely believed it.
Ooh. Speaking of ECW, although all the wrestlers remain 1 month behind in pay, nobody has yet to file a breaching contract and the writing to the company. ECW has not yet signed a deal with the USA Network, but most reports indicate negotiations have remained strong. That's also a part I don't remember, is them talking to USA.
I mean, like, I don't exactly, I can't imagine they were like gleaming for more wrestling content, but
no, if you wanted that, I'd imagine you just throw all the money at WWE, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, WWE could have made like 40 more shows at that point. Yeah,
really. Here's a fun one from New Japan. Masahiro Chono announced that his mystery partner on the 10-9 Tokyo Dome show against Masafuchi and Taiyo Kie, is it Kie or Kia? I'm not sure. Who he'd been referring to his mystery partner as Mr. T. And who do you think Mr. T could be, James?
Just
well, of course, James, it's Hiroshi Tenzan.
Oh, okay.
Meltzer says this is rank up as one of the world's greatest surprises, being that Tenzan is his regular tag partner to begin with.
That's awesome. That's the most pro wrestling thing ever. That's just pro wrestling in a nutshell.
I'm bringing in Mr. T, and it's just his regular partner.
Yeah, well, damn right, he was here the whole time. Gotcha.
Terrell Clark.
Terrell Clark, yeah, that's his brother. He was Mr. T. It was like, oh, my bad, I'm Mr. J.
Got that wrong. Mr. H is here. Sorry about that.
There he is.
Mr. T missed his flight.
So we had to go with the next one. Plan J.
There's always a couple more things here. This is a fucking funny one. I feel like this is something that would happen to us. And one of the strangest stories we've heard, city officials in Gorham, ME canceled a pro wrestling event on their 9/22 show. The reason? The city officials were enraged at the comments by a heel wrestler, Dr. Everett Payne, who stated in an in-character interview that Gorham was the bunghole of Maine.
That's awesome.
The local newspaper. Yeah, he just said that he's a bunghole. Yeah. Bunghole. The local newspaper ripped on the decision, both because heels ripping on the town is part of wrestling and not something to be taken seriously, and more so because the show was promised to the Eastern Wrestling Alliance in exchange for playing 2 free shows at a family festival. So the city shut down a family festival show because a heel said bunghole. Yeah, that's all we do is say bunghole. And lastly here, WWF has removed the characters of Big Show, British Bulldog, Ken Shamrock, and Lillian Garcia from upcoming video game releases. One of the games has an 80-person roster, which includes Earl Hebner and Linda McMahon, as well as A-Ho. So the removal of Garcia is surprising. Show and Bulldog's removal seem to be...
That A-Wall's sister.
GIO. Show and Bulldog's removal seemed to represent a lack of confidence that they will return to the promotion in any major capacity, especially considering Mark Henry hasn't been removed from the same games.
A-ho.
So is this talking about No Mercy, right? Big Show is...
Yeah, it's got to be, right? A-ho.
Big Show was in... I think A-ho was in WrestleMania 2000 as well, right?
Oh, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess so.
But Big Show definitely wasn't in No Mercy, and he was in WrestleMania 2000, so... I knew about Big Show being taken out of it. But British Bulldog is in No Mercy, so maybe this changes.
Yeah, he probably worked his
and
worked
Bulldog
his
and Shamrock are both in it, but Lillian and Big Show both. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
What if it's some like unreleased fucking like it's gonna be the best game ever unreleased, and they just said,
"Oh my god,
we can't have the Bulldog. We're not making it."
If you don't give us British Bulldog in the jeans, we are not putting out the best wrestling game of all time.
It's not fucking happening. It's just not fucking happening.
Go fuck yourselves. All right, there you go. That is it for the Observer Notes, and let's talk about WCW Nitro for October 2nd, 2000.
All right, let's get into the actual Nitro here for October 2nd.
October 2nd. Hey, what'd you... Never mind.
So we start off here with a recap of the Triple Cage match where Russo became the champion with the little football helmet.
We watched that, right?
We did watch that.
Okay, just making sure. So if you want to go
back...
back...
I thought for a minute we watched this already. I was like...
I did too, actually. Yeah.
I feel like some of this I remember for some reason, but I don't know. Maybe it's just something separate.
It's probably recapped on something else. But yeah, we start off that Steiner yelling at Goldberg. Of course, that's how every show should start. Luger helped Russo by giving him a bat through the cage, and Russo hit Booker T with it.
Dude, so much happened at the end of the show, and it kept like getting changed as the show went on.
It looks like it.
And they would just like very, very like slyly go, oh yeah, but they exited the cage first, and that's because we're changing everything here. And
yeah, exactly. And Goldberg spears Russo through the cage, and Russo wins technically.
So we get the WCW Nitro intro for 2000. This is the later half of 2000 here. Yeah, this is good.
This intro is fucking cool, and there's so much crazy shit in it, like the cat with the ladies, and the Great Muta, and the Misfits in action.
Goosebumps, dog eyes, Kevin Nash. This is the hottest intro that's rocking in 2000.
Oh, by the way, just before the intro, they show Goldberg arriving to the building with his Harley Davidson jacket and tiny ass helmet.
Goldberg is like, he feels like he's like out of the company at this point. Like he feels like he's a separate entity.
Out for sure. Yeah.
But we don't start off with Goldberg tonight.
No, I mean, you get him in his tiny ass little helmet. He's safety first, of course. But no, you do not start off with Goldberg.
We get Filthy Animals versus Boogie Nights.
The Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
So fucking Conan, Rey Mysterio, and without the mask, by the way, still Rey Mysterio Jr., just no mask, and Tigress. They all come out, and Conan, I think Rey's carrying the ladder, and Tigress is carrying Goose.
Duck.
duck.
It's a duck.
It's definitely a goose.
No way. It's a duck.
100% goose.
I hate ducks.
Which I think that happens the next episode, by the way.
Which is fucking fantastic. This this stupid ass duck that Disco Inferno has turned into one of my favorite parts of us going back and watching this is everybody is beating up the duck constantly.
The duck is handcuffed around the neck here. Conan
and blindfolded. They kidnapped the duck. That's essentially what they're saying here.
That's horrible. Ray tries to get the ladder into the ring, but struggles very hard to do so. Almost hurts himself. Duck is handcuffed around the neck. Conan is in full cow print outfit. Crazy.
Well, they're in the Cow Palace, of course.
Fuck, so I didn't even think of that.
Has to have his best cow-based attire on.
Is that really what it is?
I think so, because they kept saying we're at the Cow Palace. So
yeah, I guess you're right. Conan says, Disco, I'm sick of talking about this damn duck. If you want it, we're going to hang it up and you can come get it. And then I wrote all caps, what, with 14 question marks.
Yeah, that's right. You come they kidnapped the duck. Like they blindfolded the duck. The duck is going to get fucking put on top of the ceiling here. I mean,
dude, a noose lowers from the ceiling. They hang the duck from the ceiling.
Well, the duck's got the long duck neck, so like it can survive.
It's a goose.
Oh, it's a duck. So there you go. Conan says that the duck, when they got it, had a dime-sized hole in it before, and now look at it. There's a big-ass fucking hole in the bottom of the duck. He goes,
fucked it?
Yeah, Conan was insinuating that Disco had sex with the duck a lot. He said the duck had a dime-sized hole in it before Disco, and now look at it, you sick freak.
Disco's going to town on the goose?
That's fucked up. The hole is huge. That's crazy, huge. Man. Well, guess what? Disco and bald Alex Wright are here.
The Boogie Nights.
We're the Boogie Nights. And the commentary says the Boogie Nights. Can we clear that? What the hell is the Boogie Nights?
Are they allowed to be that? Is that what they're going by? That's what they legit say. Are they going by that?
Someone on commentary, I don't remember who it was. It's probably Mark Madden. He said, the duck is blindfolded so it doesn't have to watch Disco wrestle.
That's so sick.
And then commentary says you have to grab the duck to win the match. This is fucking crazy.
So I did not know that at first. I said, how do you win this? What is happening here?
Well, you take the blindfolded handcuffed fucking duck with the big ass penis hole in it. And you take it off the top of they're rocking it. I said, damn, all right, here we go.
This match is out of control. They said nobody.
Can you imagine like going to like 4 wrestlers and being like, okay, here's what we're doing tonight. We have this duck and we're going to do a duck ladder match.
You will fight for this.
You have 3 minutes.
Do as much as you can.
That was just wrestling back then. I guess people were like so used to get like no time at all to like do anything. But like
they did
a ladder match in 3 minutes is crazy.
Yeah. And they did everything here too. Like too much. They were hitting each other with the ladders. Ray goes for the West Coast pop at one point. Alex Wright drills him with a power bomb, which was awesome. I'm guessing this is just before he turns to Berlin, unless he just turned back from Berlin already and he's just bald Alex Wright.
He's just bald.
No,
they did not. I was like, that's gotta be Berlin. That's gotta be Berlin. No way, that's just Alex Wright and he's bald.
By the way, Halloween Havoc advertisement here, brought to you by WCW Backstage Assault. This Halloween Havoc logo sucks.
It looks like a WWF Halloween Havoc logo. Like if WWF ran Halloween Havoc, this is what I assumed.
Yeah, NXT Halloween Havoc. That's what the logo looks like.
It literally had like the red scratch mark and everything. This is like
right.
WWF Halloween Havoc. And the pre-tape they put later for it's very nuts. Like we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Strange as hell. Though. Ray has a ladder on top of Disco, jumps over it to Bronco Buster Alex Wright, and then Conan is beating Disco with a chair with a ladder on him.
Dude, that was awesome. Conan beating the ladder with a chair was like...
Ray's bouncing around.
It just felt like something only Conan would do. He was very good at like making his mark. Yeah, for sure. Like this is a Conan match.
So they sandwich Alex Wright in between the ladder on top of Disco, And then Ray jumps off the top rope, Arabian face busters them both, and he dies. He fucking dies.
You know that Conan and Ray are friends with Disco. So you know they were like, Disco, we're going to beat the fuck out of you.
You got to take all this
You're
shit.
taking everything. I think the only thing Disco got was a chart buster. That was it. The rest of it was
they set up a ladder, and then Conan spreads both of their legs, and Ray does the double waz up leg drop off the ladder to their balls.
Yeah, no, not even like hinting that it could be anywhere else. It was just straight to the nut. They're like, that's a double nut buster off the top. Yeah, that's true.
Conan then grabs Disco, falls back with Disco on top of him, like he's just holding his arms, and then Ray swantons them, runs, and does a dive onto Alex Wright on the floor. They are rocking, man.
Yeah, Ray is going crazy. He said, I'm going to get everything I got here. I was like, this match is like, they got to be getting close to the end.
It just started.
And it just started. It's crazy.
This is where Disco hits the chart buster. That's all he gets. Sorry about that. Because right after that,
dude, he hit the chart buster, and Conan didn't even sell the kick. He just stood there. He said, all right, hit the chart buster now. Do my rest of my shit.
Do your fucking shit, and then climb the ladder, and then Ray's gonna sunset flip you off of it. That's what happens.
That's so fucking crazy. I couldn't even imagine. I don't even know what this looks like backstage. All right, so I get you with this and did that, and then fucking hell.
Dude. So Conan is climbing the ladder. Ray uses the middle of the ladder to lift himself up to Rana Alex Wright over the top rope, and then Conan gets the duck. Conan wins. He keeps the duck that they already had.
So the Filthy Animals have the... First off, none of this... I guess they just wanted to beat up Disco. We got the duck.
All it was. And Alex Wright was just a bystander.
Yeah, Bald Alex Wright had nothing to do with this match. He was just also there. So it's the duck ladder match that Conan makes, and then Conan wins.
Conan wins, so does he legally have the duck now?
So Conan has the duck until he doesn't have the duck in about 2 more seconds.
You're right, yeah. So Alex and Disco then jump both of them with a chair, and then Disco starts beating them with the duck. He doesn't care too much about this duck. He's using it as a weapon, and it is a goose.
And then he's going to go fuck it.
He's going to fuck it right up its ass.
You sick freak.
Alex Wright is going to watch. He does not actually want to be here.
Dude, the duck ladder match for the duck, Disco loses, and he has the duck anyways.
He's got the duck. Fuck you. The duck that Conan didn't own, he put on the line, won, and then lost it.
Disco.
Fuck you, man. Gerald Clark is coming out.
Disco Inferno he took like 900 of the worst moves to take ever in a row. And then lost, and then just took the duck anyways. The stakes didn't matter.
We don't care. Go out there and do your stupid duck angle, Disco.
Get the duck.
Russo just had brain surgery and he doesn't want to talk to you. Fuck off, man.
Oh, man. It gets even like that's just the first fucking batch. That's just the start of the show.
So we go to the back. David Flair has arrived in a black car.
Now, what gives David Flair the right to show up to Nitro late?
Because he's a Flair. Woo.
Hey, no way.
So Conan has stolen a duck. David Flair has stolen a whole human being.
David Flair has stolen company time by arriving late.
And he will be getting a demerit. JJ Dillon is waiting for him.
Yeah, JJ Dillon and Bob Sapp.
Bob Sapp. And Gerald Clark. All the stars are here. Brian Clark and his brother, Jarrell.
You will not steal company time in this fucking company, I'll tell you that much.
So David Flair shows up in a black car with somebody handcuffed and with a hood over their head in the back seat. And all Tony Schiavone says is, could that be the father of the baby?
Yeah, you know. They know. Everybody knows.
All right, great.
Yes, of course. We talked about the episode. We talked about most of this angle, actually.
I figured out very quickly who it was because I remember we watched the payoff match for Patreon.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think it was you and Tony that watched that one, the DNA.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
DNA, whatever match. But I've seen
DNA match.
And this is crazy. Yeah. This is just
brutal.
a start show, by the way.
Yeah, we are just started.
We go backstage. Vince Russo with his lackey JB Jeremy Borash in the Yankees fit. Bald Jeremy Borash. Yankee no brim. This is crazy, bro.
Oh, by the way, just before we get backstage, they show a shot of the commentators, which is, of course, Scott Hudson, Tony Schiavone, and Mark Madden. And they're talking about Vince Russo because Vince Russo is the current WCW World Heavyweight Champion. And they're like, oh, what is Russo going to do with the belt? And Mark Madden says, well, maybe he's going to retire it like Rocky Marciano did. And Scott Hudson says, well, Rocky Marciano is dead.
He said, well, Vince Russo's not dead.
He said, well, I don't think we should blame Mr. Russo for that.
Scott Hudson said, all right, yeah.
What is Scott Hudson's point? Well, Rocky Marciano died when he did that, so he shouldn't do that.
I think his point is very clear.
Sorry, you're right. All right, we go backstage. Jeremy Borash, no brim, no hair.
Russo
fresh
says,
out of brain surgery.
Gotta put the Yankee no brim on to cover up the surgery.
They did brain surgery for Vince Russo and shaved Jeremy Borash's head for it.
Transitive property, that's how it happened.
Of course.
Russo says he's reading off a little paper. It's just like an announcement to the people.
Yes.
He says that tonight he's going to relinquish the WCW title and that there will be a title to crown a new champion here tonight.
Yes.
And that match will be the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, yeah.
Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. I love that when they legally announced him, they had to call him that. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
Dude, that's awesome. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. I was actually like looking forward to that. But sadly,
they ran, that was a big Thunder angle for them for a while with
Steiner and Jarrett.
Yeah.
I think it was also a big house show loop match for them, too.
What's good? I mean, these guys were working. They were good together, too.
Russo also says, as Goldberg, as far as Goldberg is concerned, Goldberg proved to the entire world what a coward he was. After I got beaten for 30 minutes in a cage, Goldberg walks in and takes advantage of an innocent, fallen, helpless victim. And Goldberg is lucky I didn't file charges. And if I weren't a man and if I weren't above you, I would have kicked your sorry ass myself. Please remember that line. If I weren't a man and if I weren't above you, I would have kicked your sorry ass myself. So Goldberg comes out. Here comes Goldberg. Music hits.
Dude, Russo is backstage. Goldberg music interrupts a backstage segment, and then he comes to the ring.
I was hoping Goldberg was going to make his entrance into the room that Russo was
in. Man.
Doom. He just enters the locker room and how's it going? So Goldberg makes his entrance still in Harley Davidson jacket. Goldberg says, this is crazy. Goldberg says, you say if you were the bigger man and kick my ass and you're beneath me?
And Russo says, if I were not a man, I would have kicked your ass.
If I weren't a man and I weren't above you, I would have kicked your ass. Goldberg says, oh, you
and
said
Scott Steiner says, and another thing. Goldberg is so checked out at this point, man.
He doesn't care at all. He says, you said you're beneath me. Russo did not say this. He says, the fact you are beneath me, every morning when I read the paper, I see you in the damn toilet.
Line.
That voice bit.
Every morning, I'm digging on the toilet and I read the paper.
Sitting on the toilet. That's me, Goldberg.
Line.
Every morning, Vince
if you're not a man and I'm not a man, let's
what are we?
Do this.
I can read.
Now, what does Jarrell Clark think about this?
I'll see you in the toilet. Russo says, anyway, your future's in my hands. And I got no problem telling those plans to your face.
Oh my God.
So Russo leaves the locker room with JB, and Goldberg is still talking because they got to take a lot of time here because Russo takes a minute to come out here. Russo's theme hits. They're showing fans throwing up gang signs in the meantime.
Awesome.
And then Russo comes out in the Pope Mobile.
That's a great name for it.
That's exactly what it is.
I wrote down Pope-like car.
It's a very sacred vehicle.
JB is driving the car, by the way.
What is the R&B security?
You know, it's like a B&E.
Oh, is it?
No, not bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon and eggs?
Even though I can go for one of those right now. Whopper!
Launch fry, motherfucker! Are you ready to rock? Anyway, is it Russo?
That's what Goldberg was doing. That's what Goldberg was doing in the ring while he was waiting for Russo to come down in the Pope-like vehicle.
Yeah. He was doing stand-up.
Whopper!
Doogie. So the
crowd was very confused. Everybody's very confused.
Very confused. So the R&B security is here to help, and Goldberg starts immediately kicking their ass and super kicking them. Chris Harris.
I need the B&E security and DPW.
DPW? What does that stand for? I don't know.
Yeah, it was hired out. We don't know. We don't know what it means. Ask them. Jesus, yeah, he does kick their fucking asses though.
Dude, he super kicks security. The security guard that is Chris Harris gets press slammed onto the hood of the Pope-like vehicle.
Oh, what? It was Chris Harris. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So Russo is in the back of this. So he's closed off. He says, "If you put your hands on my guys," Goldberg already beat them all up. They're all already down.
Yeah, beat them all off. He got Goldberg style on the toilet.
Sitting on the toilet. Russo says, "Your fate is in my hands right now," and Goldberg says, "Your life is in my hands."
I'll kill you for real. I ain't even wrestling no more.
No way. Russo says, "Listen, you put your hands on me, and I don't want you to feel my pain." And Goldberg says, "You think I sweat your goofy little body?"
Oh my god, that was crazy. You think I sweat your goofy little body? Hey, yo, what?
He said, "You can throw any punk in front of me. I'm still gonna be here at the end of the day, and your ass is mine on the toilet." And Russo says, "You're gonna be here, all right. You know that streak you had?" Goldberg just said, "No."
No, you know what you're talking about.
He said, "You know that streak you had, 176-0? Well, that begins again tonight." He says, "But one loss along the way, and you'll be out of WCW. But if by some chance you happen to break the old streak of 176, you'll get a shot at the WCW title."
So he has to break 176-0 or he is fired.
Or he's fired. But if he wins, he gets a shot at the WCW title. That sounds fair to me.
Yes.
Well, while this is all going on, right next to them is a fan holding up a sign that says Goldberg is terrible.
Well, maybe fanfare for Goldberg's kind of gone down a little bit. Who knows?
Sure. He says, "You are no longer the main event, Goldberg, and if you don't get that smug look off your face, I'll take my shirt off and kick your ass." And then Goldberg kicks through the driver's side window.
Dude, he does the fucking spinning back kick to the... Yeah. Why did he do that?
Just breaks the glass. JB is running away. Goldberg very slowly but surely reaches in.
This was after the Sid break, right? With the hand?
Yes, I'm pretty
sure.
So
he definitely was like, "I'm not hitting out my hand.
I'm kicking this.
Yeah, I'm kicking."
So JB runs away. Goldberg takes his sweet old time to get the keys out of the car. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing here? He's taking a long time here. He gets the keys. And then all of a sudden, Meng attacks Goldberg from behind and then locks him in the Tongan death grip.
Meng is back.
He's back. Why?
Because he needs a job. He really needs his money. We go backstage. Russo tells Meng to go kick Goldberg's ass for some reason, even though he was just kicking Goldberg's ass.
He says, "Go eat him for lunch."
Dude, what the fuck? He was just kicking Goldberg's ass. They went backstage for him to tell him to go back out there and kick Goldberg's ass again. What, did he let him run away?
Say, get in the ring now and have the match.
What the fuck was happening? Anyways, above average Mike Sanders is here, and he is now in charge for the evening. He has all the powers of Vince Russo.
Yeah, he says, "I'm putting you in charge. It's your night." And then Mike Sanders leaves, and Russo says to JB, he says, "You keep him in line, and I want to know everything he does." And he slaps JB in the face, and he says, "Stooge," and he walks away.
Yeah, JB did not do any of that.
No, JB
didn't get nothing. Yeah, he did nothing.
Eventually, JB stops showing up. He just off the show entirely. Yeah.
Well, guess what? Chuck Zito is here, and he is now on commentary in a bowling shirt.
Chuck Zito from Oz. Of course.
Of course. That's where everybody knows him from. Of course, Chuck Zito.
So Shivani is explaining to Chuck Zito that Meng is back.
He said, damn, that sounds awesome.
Scott Hudson says, how would Meng do in Oz? And Chuck Zito says, he'd do pretty good. He's a big guy. But there's
a lot of tough guys in Oz.
Yeah, okay.
What the hell are we talking about here? Anyways, AWOL versus Reno.
Let's go. The best match of all time is now.
This is a hardcore title match. I think it's a world hardcore title.
Please get it right. It's the world hardcore title.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll make sure I get that one right. The world hardcore title. Nobody comes out with the title, I don't think. I didn't see anybody with the title.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I, too, did not know who the hardcore champion was.
Dude's name is AWOL.
I think AWOL is the champion, and he beat Johnny Stamboli on Thunder by putting him through a table.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, here comes Reno. You remember Reno?
Reno's got the thong over the pants.
Thong over the pants. He's got bald head except for ponytail. And, of course, his finishing maneuver is the...
rolling the dice.
Yeah.
You think I wouldn't know that?
Just making sure.
Yeah. This guy's fucking... This is the most CAW looking ass character of all time. This has got to be top 5 CAW ass character ever.
That is an unbelievable description of Reno, actually. You're right. That really is what
down
he
to
is.
the fucking attire and hair and everything. Yeah,
but not like current day CW. This is like CW from like WWF Attitude. Like you have a lot of options.
Yeah, we should like rate wrestlers on how easily you can make them in CAW. Reno's top 5.
Is the most CW.
Yeah, Goldberg's got to be top 5. Reno's top 5.
Yeah, you're right.
Gotta be.
AWOL might be pretty easy. Red shirt and mohawk.
Yeah, that's true. But he did have graphics on the shirt and everything. So
that's true.
Difficult.
Reno comes to the ring and immediately stun guns the wall. He just fucks him up.
I love that move.
That's a good move. The wall almost dies, and he takes the stun gun forehead first. So,
dude, he takes a stun gun, and then Reno walks over the top rope, stands on the top rope. This is a video game, man.
You're right. This is how we play.
So AWOL sprint cheeses at Reno. Reno reverses him off the start. Fucking hits him with the stun gun. So Reno then walks over to the top rope and then stands there and then waits for a second, waits for AWOL to get closer with a garbage can, and then he tries to go off the top rope, and AWOL throws the garbage can.
Well, anti-airs him with a trash can.
Like SBR, like 2010 or whatever it was, 2011.
Yeah. It's fucking unbelievable. Reno gets annihilated midair with a trash can, and it's amazing. Then Wall puts the trash can over Reno's head and starts kicking it as hard as he can.
This is legit just a fucking wrestling game. Like, this is crazy.
Right. It's awesome. I love this fucking match, so I don't care. There's also a big Best Buy sucks sign.
Yes, they're the whole fucking show. He holds it up during an entire match later.
What did Best Buy do to you, man?
This is 2000. Best Buy ain't even got their feet yet. They're talking about his sucks. That's great. He's probably a Circuit City guy.
He got fired, probably.
Reno comes over and then looks at Chuck Zito, but hits him from behind. He globs the fuck out of him.
Fuck you, man. Don't you dare fuck with Chuck Zito, you bitch.
I wrote down that Reno's attire is getting crazier as the match goes on.
What do you think? How do you think Reno would do in Oz?
Well, we got a lot of tough guys down there in Oz.
I think he'd do pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be all right. Big Vito.
Reno, AWOL, and Big Vito.
They were rocking. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Big Vito is here, and he attacks Reno from behind.
So Reno is lighting him up AWOL with a Singapore cane, beating the fuck out of him with it. Then there's a table set up in front of the corner. Reno decides to go up to the second rope. The wall is on the other side of this table. Reno climbs up on the second. Vito comes out and hits him with stick ball bat. This is a video game match in the purest form. Wall was nowhere near him. Reno is a CAW. He is an online player.
Big Vito's here.
Stickball bat. He hits him with it.
Oh my God.
And then Wald walks up, goozles Reno, and chokeslams him through the table and gets the win and either gains or regains the WCW
is the
World
new
Hardcore
champion.
Well.
And all the jabronis go to the ring to celebrate.
The Misfits in Action are here to celebrate with AWOL and Vito.
And then all the stars are here. The Natural Born Thrillers.
This is an unbelievable roster of human beings here.
I ain't never seen this many white boys in one place.
Dude, listen to this lineup here. In the ring, we have AWOL, Vito, we have Lash LaRue, Chavo Guerrero, Hugh Morris. Now, on the ramp, we have Mike Sanders, Chuck Palumbo, Sean O'Hare, Mark Jindrak, Sean Stasiak.
This is the craziest. The Natural Born Thrillers is the craziest stable of all time. Reno is also in it.
Reno is also in the Natural Born Thrillers, and Mike Sanders comes out and he says, due to interference in this hardcore title match, I am reversing the decision, and the new hardcore champion is Reno. Reno is the hardcore champion.
All the stars are here.
And then single-handedly, they all run away as the wall walks up the ramp. Just them, AWOL.
Oh my god.
That was
holy shit, man.
I don't know if a single person in that match or in that post match is in WCW Backstage Assault.
They got the boys out there. The Natural Born Thrillers tee looks like a Natty Ice t-shirt parody. This is the craziest.
Bros, Ice and Bros.
This is like the craziest team I've ever seen. Sean Stasiak, Mark Jindrak, Chuck
Mike Sanders, above average.
Dude, they were rocking. This. Oh man, WCW was different. They were crazy. I don't know what was going on. Anyways,
what a hot angle.
Pamela Paul. Definitely walked backstage as the first thing he said. He saw Kevin Nash and said, wow, what a hot angle.
The coach loves it. Nash wrote the angle. He said, that's hot. That's hot.
Wow, what a hot angle.
That's hot. So Pamela Paulshock is here.
I just got breaking news.
Dude, what was the cameraman doing
here?
What the fuck is he? He's filming this like she's like the Gumby.
Breaking news, buddy.
She has an announcement from the Cat, Ernest Miller. Cat says that Booker T and Sting are the top contenders, and not Steiner and Jarrett.
Who is the commissioner? Because there's 4 commissioners on this show.
Well, I don't know, but Booker T and Sting are the top contenders and not Steiner and Jarrett, so fuck you. That's what she says.
So we go backstage. David Flair has handcuffed this hooded dude into the locker room on the little, what do you call that?
Hanger.
The coat rack. Yeah.
Yeah. And David Flair says, you know what you did to my life? When was the last time you made a confession? Tonight, you're going to make one. All right.
So Shane Douglas versus Mike Awesome is up next. But Shane Douglas comes out first to tell the crowd
the music
that their ticket has just been paid for itself because Shane Douglas and Tori Wilson are here.
Yes, and they're the first couple in sports entertainment.
First couple of what?
Hudson's, he said to do what? Franchise says, Conan, yo, dog, let me speak on this. Odele, arriba la raza, you jackass.
That was awesome.
Okay. He says, at Halloween Havoc, if you want to spin with some twisted steel and sex appeal, we're game. And Tori Wilson can't wait to show the world what she's got. Ha ha.
Okay.
He says, we want to warm up. Give me Mike Awesome.
That is a crazy statement.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
And then I forgot that Tori Wilson also likes to talk.
Tori has something to say, James.
Dude, why does Tori always have something to say?
They were trying to make a star here, of course.
All the stars were in the last match.
I feel like eventually she does join a group. Oh, does she join the Filthy Animals or something? Because Kidman?
Maybe, actually.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, Tori says, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Tony Schiavone says, we won't, darling. Tori says, it's not my fault. I'm better than all of you hoochie pigs in the back. And
she
franchise,
says to the back. The hoochie pigs in the back.
Not the fans. The
what
horns
the hell?
in the back. His franchise, I love to see you in action. Let me have it. So here comes 70s guy Mike Awesome. And I am so upset here, man. This is a travesty that this match and any of this happens here. This is fucking bullshit.
This guy's physique is like, I mean, he's absurd. He looks like a goddamn action figure.
He's
out here in
literally
a blazer, and I genuinely have no idea. I don't know what the thought process was. I've never looked up. I don't know why I've never looked up. Right?
Yeah, me neither. Like why they thought this
and
was
I've
what
seen the Mike
to do.
Awesome shoot, and I just don't even remember him talking about it. I don't even know if it was just like, I think it might have been just like, yeah, that was just a WCW thing.
They just asked me to do it, and I did it.
Did it, yeah, because I was making a lot of money.
I'm sure somebody has asked Russo in one of his 400 shoots.
Well, they probably fucking lied. I feel like
you're right.
I feel like every time I listen to one of those dudes talk about that time, it's just them lying. Like I don't know. Right. It's just it's always just a weird thing. I'm sure we'll never get the real answer to this. I'm sure the answer was, it was hot, bro. The 70s was hot at the time, bro. And like,
it's like Mike Awesome was legit. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't like. I'm trying to think of things like why you wouldn't like a Mike Awesome. Like, okay, maybe his promo wasn't the best, but like, he can still talk. He wasn't like a shitty talker. And they give him a gimmick where he talked more as a 70s guy, and he talks shittier.
You know what's crazy is that they obviously just wanted the exact Mike Awesome that was in ECW. Why didn't they just get Judge Jeff Jones to come with him and they just do the exact same presentation?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe Judge Jeff Jones has heat at WCW.
Maybe they just like didn't know. They just thought Mike Awesome was ECW. Yeah, they were just like, this guy. Yeah. Someone told him like, this guy is making waves in ECW. Let's cut it at the fucking knees and
maybe you're right.
WCW, and
he's the ECW champ. We can get him. Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't see how that wouldn't work. And it's not like they were having to do anything like absurd. ECW was just beating Spike Dudley's ass on a regular basis.
They must have had some hope for him because he jumps Kevin Nash at this in his debut, but not.
Yeah,
long
I mean,
after
with
that,
he's only been he's probably been here 5 months maybe at this point.
Yeah, maybe
5 months, and he's already in that 70s guy gimmick. And yeah, he was beating up Hulk Hogan when we last saw him.
He put him through a table.
Yeah, he was whooping his ass. But then I guess they did beat the fucking dog shit out of him.
Mike Awesome lost this match.
Yeah, that was probably the end of it.
That was the beginning of the end.
He was a little too stiff, brother. And they
get this jabroni out of here, dude.
Look at this little jabroni right here, dude. He's not making it out of here.
Yeah, I'll give you a power bomb and then I'll take your career, brother. Fuck you.
One power bomb for your career, dude.
So on top of that, Franchise jumps Mike Awesome to start this match. Awesome hits a clothesline train on him. They go to the crowd, and Lex Luger's just sitting in the nosebleeds
with a 9-year-old
with a flannel shirt on.
Hell yeah, bro! That's the dude. Fucking pit fucker. Lex Luger is a crazy gimmick, man.
He's just hanging out.
I'm all in on that. If it was, damn, I wish we could go back in time and tell them to do something else.
I know.
If he was he was just turned into like a fucking hardcore dude, that would have been like the best gimmick ever for him.
Dude, you could honestly, I feel like anybody whose gimmick is like straight laced and then they go to be grimy hardcore dude, it always works.
He was so ready for it too, man.
Hell yeah.
Been awesome. Yeah. If he's an ECW, that's what would have happened. That would have been awesome too.
So Mike Awesome is that 70s guy here, and Mike Awesome pulls out a table from under the ring. Just let him be Mike Awesome.
Same gimmick. He's just also a 70s guy.
Fucking hell. He puts a table in the corner. He goes for the Awesome Bomb, but Tori Wilson gets up on the apron and shows her covered breasts.
Yeah, look at her in a bra. Mike Awesome said, God
wow.
damn.
God damn. Well, then it distracts him enough that he drops the move, and Franchise hits him with the shittiest move ever. Yes. The bareback, or as he calls it, of course, the Franchiser. And
the Franchise hits the Franchiser to win.
Fucking fuck pins him too. Why?
Because fuck you, man. Get your ass out of here. Shane Douglas wins again.
There's a big fuck Eminem sign in the crowd.
Damn, that's fucked up, man. Marshall Mathers?
So Franchise gets the win with the Franchiser and fuck pin. Then Tigress comes out and attacks Tori Wilson. And Franchise grabs her, goes to hit her with the Franchiser.
Now he grabs her, hugs her real deep. He said, damn, hello.
You have sex appeal.
The way to set up for the Franchiser is going to be the goddamn dumbest thing ever. This movie
it's a hug.
Dude, the default reversal in 2K22 is the fucking Franchiser.
You're right.
What the fuck?
Well,
how do you even get that? They had to like reanimate that. This move is it right here. This is the franchise.
Well, Mike Awesome lost to it, so.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's that 70s Mike Awesome. It's different.
That's true. You're right. Well, Danny Doring probably beat a couple people with it.
That's fucking Mike Lame-ass. That's not Mike Awesome. Mike Awesome was an ECW. I don't know who this guy is.
This is a ripoff.
Mike, bitch. That's not my boy.
Send that Mike Jabroni out there, dude.
Jabroni. So, anyways, Conan makes a save.
Yeah, franchise tries to hug her, and Conan's not having any of that. So it tags the franchise, and it hits what Mark Madden calls the Rolling Thunder clothesline.
It looked like he just hit the clothesline. Did he do the rolling part? I didn't.
He did do the rolling part, but I don't remember it being called the Rolling Thunder clothesline. I thought it had a different name for some reason.
Yeah, he said, "Get that RVD shit, man. Just take that shit."
We don't. Fuck you, man.
We're not taking this guy. Just take his shit.
We can't get Fonzie. We're not gonna make this mistake again.
We go backstage. Jarrett and Steiner meet with Steve Sanders, above average, the GM, one of the GMs.
Mike Sanders, of course.
Steve Sanders.
Steve Sanders
Stone Jabrone. He's backstage.
Remember?
Hey, we're gonna get you out here one day, Steve. I promise.
We love that guy.
We're gonna get you out here, Steve. They are not happy about this, by the way.
No. They are not happy because they wanted the match. They wanted to wrestle each other. They are not happy that they are not wrestling each other. So Jarrett says, take your 2-cent suit, go into Kat's office, and make this right. And Steiner says, this situation sucks. Fix it, or this pipe's going up your ass.
I love the dichotomy here of Jarrett and Steiner. Steiner has no qualms about telling he's going to shove a pipe up his ass.
No nuance. Just I'm going to kill you. Nash then walks in and says, hey, Sanders is with me. He's got this under control. And Jarrett says, this coach thing, I don't think so.
I was like, man, what is he talking? The coach thing? I didn't really know.
That's what I didn't understand that either. But then I realized
it was literally the next segment. I said, "Holy fucking shit! Is the best gimmick I ever heard of my life." This is legit. At some point, I would really like to see. Maybe we can figure it out one day. The exact moment where Kevin Nash became Kevin Nash,
became the Booker.
No, where he became to me, this is Kevin Nash. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This the coach gimmick and just doing whatever he wants. There's just at some point in the last 2 years, he's Kevin Nash. He becomes what he's known for.
He was definitely Kevin Nash on the episode where they fuck Mike Awesome because he kills Ray and Conan there too.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I wonder if it's when Scott Hall leaves.
Oh, maybe
that just sent him off.
Flips a switch. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck this, man. I don't got anybody looking out for
him. He stays
like
this for the rest of his career.
Yeah. That's big sexy. Do you listen to his pod?
No. I used to listen to the U-Shoots with Sean Oliver though.
Click This is actually not bad. I actually like it, but they do it's a weird they'll talk about politics and news for the first 20 minutes.
What the hell?
And then they just go into why was Scott Hall doing coke all the time?
I always feel like the answers always change. Every time the U-Shoots they do they follow up on U-Shoots and I feel okay, well they have a different answer now. It's
yeah, you're right.
The answer
same
keeps
with
changing
the fucking
here.
Awesome thing.
Yeah, you're right. It just keeps changing. Yeah. I don't fucking know. No one really knows.
Yeah.
Whatever makes the coolest story.
Whichever gets me less heat.
Whatever. Hopefully you can get the answer out of Nash before he's wine drunk. Those U-Shoots, Nash would just be drinking on wine and
the X-Pac one him and X-Pac did is just crazy.
It's absurd. It was absurd straight from the start. It didn't even get a chance to get started. It was just absurd.
Fuck the Nexus. What the hell?
So we go backstage after that. Kevin Nash is backstage with Sanders and he tells them to go tell the Cat how it is. They're outside the Cat's locker room, or I guess the other GM. Like I said, there's 4 GMs on this show. You GM, go tell the other GM what the deal is tonight. Kevin Nash, also the GM. The Nash grabs Sanders, he brings him real close and he says, "Suck it up. Give them everything you got. Remember, winners never quit. 8 quitters never win. Get in there." I was like, this is the greatest gimmick I've ever seen in my life.
And then he goes in there.
Because the coach got him up there. He's ready now. He's ready to go.
And JB tried to follow him in, but he closed the door behind him, and JB was unable to open the door after that for some reason.
Yeah, lock the door. Yeah, fucking JB, bro.
Bald. Very bald.
We get a Mang video package.
How'd they have this prepared?
Because
how did they know Mang was showing up?
Because Mang also they did like a scream in this, like a primal scream.
The Wilhelm scream.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that one. It was.
I think it was because it's the same one in 2K.
No, it's not that one. The Wilhelm scream was.
Is it not?
Oh! This one was like a. Rawr.
I wrote it. I swear that's what it was. Someone will have to verify, but I believe. I mean, it's still. It's a fucked up scream.
It's fucked up. Yeah, it's like it's the same primal scream you hear in like everything ever.
The same idea.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, it's him. It's a scream, and then him doing the tongue and death grip. It's super out of place. It's very strange.
So listen to this. So Meng gets a video package. He's a fucking killer. Look at this guy. He does a scream.
He's killing everyone.
Tongue and death grip, and he fucking killed the Public Enemy when they were here too, and they beat their ass. For some reason, the Public Enemy was in this. I don't know why. They beat this shit out of him. So we go backstage. Like Meng's obviously fucking. He's feral. He's got to be like out of control.
Sweating.
He's fucking ready for this match. He's gonna beat Goldberg's ass.
Yeah, that's a big match.
So Meng is talking to Pamela Paulshock. He said, downsizing, it happens in every company. I was like, no, hold on a minute. What do you mean by that? Downsizing? He was very subdued. He said, downsizing happens in every company, and then, it's got to happen like that sometimes. And, they brought me back. I have to win to keep my job here, and I want to keep my job here at WCW. I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? Pamela Paul's like, that makes sense. And he's like, tonight I got my last chance. Goldberg must die, so Meng shall live.
Oh my God, that was you must die so I may live. I was like, what? He said, this is my life. I have to destroy Goldberg in order to stay in WCW. I said, what? Why?
Downsizing happens a lot in a lot of companies. And like, what the fuck?
Meng,
just a minute ago, he was doing the scream.
Yeah. Meng's gimmick is that he sucks and he's going to get fired.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the promo you want to get someone like Goldberg or this angle, I guess, maybe that they have with Meng. But I thought it was a really good promo. Meng was like spitting. I was like,
it was a dope promo. I don't think it was a Meng promo, though. And it's definitely not with the match that they give him either.
That's what I'm saying. It's not for this angle. But
no.
if they wanted to make him like
this could work.
Yeah, I think that Goldberg must die, so I shall live is a crazy line. Like that's
awesome.
That's good. Well, the match itself, fuck this promo and fuck that video package. But backstage, Mike Sanders is with the Natural Born Thrillers and Kevin Nash.
Hell yeah.
Sanders says that he cares about the ratings just as much as Vince Russo. So tonight, Goldberg has a match and he's going to be SOL.
Well, what's that match going to be?
What's that stand for? What's SOL?
Oh, he said, you know what that means. And they all laugh. Yeah, Nash says, what's the match going to be? And Sarah says, well, doesn't Goldberg have a match? He's about to be SOL. What?
Yeah, you heard him. Well,
what's that have to do with anything?
We get Goldberg versus Meng.
No Meng entrance.
No Meng entrance. Listen to this. Meng video package, backstage promo, Goldberg must die, so I shall live from Meng. Meng gets no entrance. Goldberg spears him and jackhammers him and wins.
All Meng got was some chops.
He didn't even get the dog and death grip. He didn't even get the... Come on.
Didn't even try.
He just had him dead to rights earlier.
He threw a big boot. Goldberg ducked it and hit him with the biggest spear ever. Jackhammer, fuck you, man.
All right.
Well, that's not it. Don't worry about that. Chronic are here. Chronic.
Yeah, of course, Chronic's here. Gerald Clark. Brian Adams and Gerald Clark.
They jump Goldberg from behind and hit him with the high time. And then they leave him laying.
What about Meng?
Well, Meng is fucking sucks and he's fired.
Meng is not working here no more because he did not kill Goldberg.
He did kill Goldberg and Chronic is here and they jump Goldberg and obviously that's leading to something tonight, right?
Well, Goldberg's 1-0 now.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. Backstage segment. Sanders and Jarrett are talking with the Natural Born Thrillers.
Get out of our company. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is 15th Natural Born Thrillers segment.
Natural Born Thrillers.
Get out of here.
They're cooking. The Natural Born Thrillers are cooking out here, man.
I guess so.
Sanders says, okay, here's the deal. I fucking came up with this great idea.
This is an insane match.
Jeff Jarrett and Booker T versus Scott Steiner and Sting. And the winner of this tag match will face each other for the WCW title. I don't like Sting.
Steiner grips him up. I like Sting. And Sanders says, well, the winner of this match will go to face each other. And Steiner looks at Jarrett and he looks he looks at Sanders and says, "So we're together?" And Mike Sanders says, "Yeah." No, they're not.
He don't know. He don't fucking know what's going on. He booking shit.
Why is it not Steiner and Jarrett against Sting and Booker?
Because they got to get to the Booker and Jarrett match.
I get that. That's
it.
The end game. I understand.
That's it. That was the whole thought process. Full stop. We have to get to Jarrett and Booker. How do we get there? This is how we get there. That's it. Full stop. No thought.
Steiner thinks that he is with Jeff Jarrett in this match.
You're right. It happens multiple times.
In the match, he acts like it too.
So we get a backstage segment. David Flair is with the hostage, and he says,
why is no one's concerned? They don't even talk about it on commentary. It just goes to the next segment every time. They never even mention
there's a
this.
hostage situation backstage on Nitro. And anyways, we got Mang.
He pours a bucket of water over his head.
Anyways, we had to get to the next Mike Sanders segment. So
Natural Born Thrillers are waiting for their fucking segment. Can we get going here?
Segments on TV, all right? Yeah. So David Flair said, "Are you hot? Are you thirsty? You want water? You want water, little man?" So he has his glass of water and he dangles it in front of him and he says, "Fuck it, you ain't get this water. How about I give you all this water?" And he dumps a barrel of water on his head. He's waterboarding him. He has waterboarding him. Hostage situation backstage in Nitro. Anyways,
he was a water boy.
Where are the Natural Born Thrillers? Where is Jerome Clark?
How is David Flair not in the Natural Born Thrillers? Actually,
I actually don't know. How is that? Why? Anyways, we're moving on.
Why?
Jarrett and Booker versus Steiner and Sting.
All right. Steiner has something to say here, and you got to tell him.
Dude, he has a lot to say here.
This is amazing here.
Now, I've proven it. There's only one genetic freak. There's only one physical phenomena. And I am the supernatural.
I am the supernatural. It's insane.
So Booker T, Jeff Jarrett, tonight, I'm going to kick both your asses.
So now he knows he is not teaming
There's
with
only
Jeff
one
Jarrett.
physical phenomena, and I am the supernatural. What?
All right.
He's rocking.
Awesome.
I proved it. There's only one genetic freak. Yeah, hey, all right.
I'm supernatural.
Hey, I don't even know if he was set to have a promo. He just grabbed the mic and he just said, I said. I proved it.
I said. Dude, Sting's Tron at this time is insane. It's just him and his hair gets shittier. Every picture they show of him. It's like those fucking videos where it's like me taking a picture of myself every day for 1 year.
Yeah, you're right. This is exactly what it was.
That's what Sting's Tron is.
It fucking sucks. It's so bad.
It's horrible.
Makes him look at jabroni.
Good, dude.
So Steiner plays the crowd here, and they get so behind Booker T here that Steiner legit has to go out to the crowd, and like they're on their feet chanting for Booker T. He said, "Fuck y'all. Fuck you."
He has his mask on too, by the way.
He has a little mask because he got hit in the head with a pipe.
That's awesome.
Steiner and Booker do an international that ends with Booker T hitting a spin kick. Real clean. Crowd's super into Booker.
Everyone here looks awesome, by the way. Like, everyone's in like great shape here. And they're all over as fuck.
Yeah, everybody here is very over. Yeah, these are like the four top 2000 WCW guys.
There's a lower third that comes up to advertise Thunder. And I'm like sitting there watching. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? I thought it was like something on Deb's end. Like I was like, is there like a fucking airplane going over your house or something? And then the advertisement went away and it went away. Like that
was the NASCAR noise.
It had a built-in buzzing noise on the
NASCAR.
Thunder.
There's the car.
Why?
Because Thunder comes on after 9:35 when NASCAR's over
I'm
on a sister network, TBS.
I'm distracted. I got ADHD.
Just watch Thunder. You can see it again.
God damn it.
So Steiner then just straight up spits on Booker T, just fucking hogs a loogie on him. It breaks down. Jarrett and Steiner are now fighting in the ring. Booker and Sting are fighting outside the ring. Steiner hits the muscle worship elbow drop. That's just awesome.
That is so fucking sick. Did you like the watch and win $100,000 bull TNTbull.com advertisements? What the fuck? I tried to look it up. I couldn't figure out what the fuck that was.
Well, by the way, this match has got to be, and I wrote this before the main, but I guess the main also, we have got to be watching two of the longest matches in Nitro history tonight.
This is so long. This is Raw main event tag match long.
I was surprised. Usually they don't let these guys go 10 minutes. Both the matches I think were 10. The main and this were 10, which is crazy.
At some point, Mark Madden says, "This is a physiological quagmire." And Scott Hudson says, what?
Scott Hudson and Mark Madden are just at each other's throats the whole show.
Steiner is tremendous here. He's spitting at Booker. He does the fuck you gesture to Booker, not the arm shake version. He does the other one.
Not the arm shake version?
Not the arm shake. Sorry about that. Just the OG. Okay. So Sting throws Booker to the ropes. Steiner pulls it down, and that's when they go to the outside. Sting punches Steiner, and then Jarrett starts stomping out Steiner.
Well, they're going look 10 minutes, and they're usually not with each other. This got to break down eventually. It's and
I think Sting hitting Steiner counted as him tagging in, or the referee didn't care.
Dude, at the end of the match, they said, "Who's the legal man?" We don't know. Tags do not matter in WCW.
Steiner is yelling, "Shut up, fat ass," to somebody in the crowd, of course, which is awesome. Booker hits his spine buster, which is on Steiner, which is gnarly. Steiner does the belly to belly out of the corner and then goes, "Ha!" and "Kiss my ass."
By the way, Jeff Jarrett is the glue to most of the matches here in WCW.
Yes, I
feel like Jarrett has to call everything for everybody. I feel like everyone was lost for a bit, and then Jarrett is always there to pick up the pieces every single time. Sting, by the way, Sting is so checked out. Like, he is not doing...
He is over it. He looks good, but he is over it. Yeah.
Yeah, his in-ring is garbage. He does not even...
He doesn't do anything in this match, does he?
He does a shitty-ass bulldog. He doesn't even do the yell before the Stinger splash.
Fuck you,
man.
All
right, man. Like, damn. Like, you got everybody else in here is working. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn.
Hell yeah. That's right. Sting tags in, bumps Jarrett around, sends him to the floor. Steiner comes in, attacks Sting, and then also attacks Jarrett and Booker. Steiner beats up everybody in the match.
Which is honestly, it's pretty on brand. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, you're right. Shivani yells, "Are they legal?" with Booker and Steiner in the ring. Nobody knows what's going on here.
Nobody fucking knows.
Booker hits the axe kick on Steiner, spinneroonies. He goes for the Harlem sidekick, but I think he goes for it on Jarrett, but Jarrett pulls the ref in the way.
No, he goes on it on Steiner, and Steiner drags the ref in front of him, but Steiner still gets hit by the fucking kick. So he has to sell it.
So Jarrett goes to hit Sting with the guitar. Booker stops him. Jarrett swings at Booker. Booker ducks, and Jarrett hits Sting anyway with the guitar. Okay. Then Jarrett pins Sting while Steiner takes out Booker, and commentary is convinced that Steiner pinned Booker at the same time.
As far as I'm concerned, he was pinning him. They told me that he was pinning him. He took him down. He is under the ropes. He is laying on his legs. Oh, and Steiner pinned him too. What?
They don't know who's legal, and they don't know who got the pin. The commentators are trying to invent angles here because they don't know what's going on. Nobody told them the finish.
They have no sheet. They just try to figure everything out. Yeah.
There's also an 840 twice as high sign, which is tremendous.
Oh yeah, they saying he was going to hit Jarrett was going to hit Booker with the guitar.
Yes.
His tag partner.
His partner.
Okay.
Booker stopped him from using the guitar on Sting. And Jarrett said, "Fuck you," and did it anyway.
I love the whatever.
Steiner beat up everybody in the match.
This is the greatest ever. This is wrestling to me. I don't know why, but like it's something. Maybe it's just for the times. And like, we talked about it before, but like Jarrett and Stein, all these guys in the South these were the guys in the South. Yeah. Like, Jarrett's guitar was like the shit. Like everyone was fucking with that.
Yeah.
Crazy. The fucking the guitar gimmick that it's just these guys were all the shit. So like when I watched this, I'm like, man,
I love it, but it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they were just making shit up. It's funny looking back on it because they didn't even know what was going on. They were just rocking.
They had an endpoint, and then they figured out during the day how to get to it.
Crazy. They had an endpoint that's like whatever it takes to get there. We do not care.
Whatever. Booker and Jarrett and whatever.
Jarrett. Yeah, that's crazy. So they do WCW Halloween Havoc pre-tape.
This is weird. It's like
it is very weird.
There's random shots, and then there's like words popping up, like scary and shit. And then one of them is sexy.
Halloween Havoc promises that they will bring you something sexy and bizarre that you would not believe, as they show doctors doing surgery on someone.
Well, that was on Russo's brain.
If Dr. Satan doesn't show up at Halloween Havoc, everybody fucking dies. I better see
I'm sure it was not.
The craziest, most bizarre fucking bullshit ever.
It was Ghostface. He showed up as an actual Ghostface.
With a guitar, and it was Jeff Jarrett. Ghostface guitar is crazy.
Didn't somebody show up that way with Ghostface?
Yes, that did happen. That did happen.
Was it Jarrett?
I don't remember, but I do remember the Ghostface thing happening. They did a lot of horror
movies. I do too.
We talked about the Chucky thing.
Yeah, you're
too.
right. They did. Yeah, that's true.
But,
also, before that, Natural-Born Thrillers and Nash are just walking around.
Of course, and they're laughing and having a good time.
Fucking bitch.
It's funny. It looks like someone told them to walk. It's like they were hanging out like, and then they said, you need to walk now. So everyone just started walking.
It was like NPC kicked in.
Yeah, please won't start walking now, please.
The script, yeah. So they recap what just happened. The commentators are still trying to put over that they think Steiner pinned Booker. Scott Hudson yells, "Did Steiner pin Booker? Well, it doesn't matter. Jarrett is the official winner." That's what he says. He says
let them know. Let them know. That's what I'm saying. This is crazy.
All right. Great.
And then...
Holy fucking shit.
This is
Kevin Nash at its most Kevin Nash.
This shit is... Oh my God. All right. So Elix Skipper versus Mike Sanders for the 100 for the 100 kilo and under championship title belt.
100 kilo and under Canadian Cruiserweight Championship. Thank you very much.
Elix Skipper is out here and he is pissed off.
Well, he built this house.
He built the house, of course.
Yes.
And Kevin Nash. So we watched this, actually, I think. We watched this episode.
Did we?
We might have watched the week before prior. I remember this specifically.
Oh, I think because the week before, I think, is the Jarrett. Did we watch the Jarrett Beetlejuice episode?
I think we did. Or maybe I've just seen it so many times at this point.
Maybe. Sure.
But Elix is pissed because Kevin Nash in a promo called Beetlejuice Elix.
He went up to Beetlejuice and he said, "Oh, good to see you, Elix Skipper," and shook his hand.
I got so flashbacks. I was like, "Oh my God, we've seen this," but I don't know if we watched the week before. But I know I've seen this 100 times.
I feel like I mean we're getting close to this era a lot, so I mean it would not be surprised.
Yeah, you're right. We're like on top of each other in some of these
accidentally,
weeks.
By the way, this is never. It just there's so much crazy shit going on here. Yeah,
it just happens in 2000. Elix is pissed, and then the craziest Modern Warfare 2 Xbox Live Party of all time hits the stage. The Natural-Born Thrillers are here. Kevin Nash says, "If you think you had a bad week, Elix Skipper, I just spent 45 minutes in the back apologizing to Beetlejuice for calling him you." Holy shit.
Skipper called him out too. Skipper said, "Mike Sanders, on your way out here, bring that Jolly Green Giant out with you so I can beat both your asses."
That was the worst mistake of his life.
Dude, Kevin Nash comes out with the Natural-Born Thrillers to the Wolfpack theme.
That's awesome.
Why couldn't they just be the Wolfpack?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Maybe they were like over it at that point. They said, "Nah, we're fucking done with that. We're moving on.
No more NWO."
So now we'll just have the Natural-Born Thrillers.
So Sanders says, "We're going to have a match tonight, but we're going to have some stipulations."
Because he is the GM.
He is the GM. He said, "First stipulation, because I'm in charge. Team Canada, who is not out here, cannot interfere in this match because they are not out here."
Because they are not out here. All right.
Okay.
Even Kevin Nash was like, "What? No." All right.
Yeah, whatever, kid. I'm the coach. Sanders says, second of all, you have to power bomb before you get a pinfall. And then third, I don't know why. I feel like the order of this was fucked up. You have to power bomb before you get a pinfall. And third, since you want a handicap match, it will be me and Kevin against you. And we're mad as hell. And we're not going to take this anymore. What?
Yeah. These white boys are cooking.
Natural-Born Thriller style.
Oh my God, man. This is crazy. So then Kevin Nash hits Elix in the head with the microphone.
Yeah. I'm a Natural-Born Thriller.
Kevin Nash is on the apron doing live commentary with the microphone. This is crazy.
Dude. Sanders goes to powerbomb Skipper. Nash on the apron says, "This would be the powerbomb." All right. Skipper hits a Rana out of the fucking powerbomb, goes for a pin, but it doesn't count because he has to do the powerbomb. And Charles Robinson pantomimes this by doing a powerbomb to an invisible man.
No powerbomb, no way.
Invisible powerbomb.
Dude, commentary says I don't even know if Elix has a powerbomb. Like he's like a character you like selected 2K or something. Oh, he doesn't have the powerbomb. Just do it. Just do the powerbomb.
Nash gloms Skipper from behind as he hits the ropes. We go to the crowd. Luger is in the crowd, but then somebody holds up a sign right in front of the camera, so we have to cut away from it. Fuck you, man.
Darren McLay have my baby. That is crazy.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, Darren McLay have my baby.
Luger doesn't even move. He just
Luger's like trying to get he's like putting his face up. He's like, can you see me? He's wiping his fucking, it's hot as hell here. He's wiping his fucking face off.
So Nash is in the ring. Skipper is down.
Dude! Lex Luger is in the crowd, and it goes back in the ring, and now Kevin Nash is just standing in the ring doing stand-up comedy.
He's just cutting a promo. He says, week in and week out, I watch these young guys come out here trying to take a spot from an age veteran like myself. This is in the middle of the match.
They're still like in the background. Both of these guys are still in the background. Kevin Nash is just standing hard camera with a microphone cutting a promo.
Elix Skipper goes to the top rope and stands up there for what feels like an eternity as Mike Sanders is trying to warn Nash about it for his spot, but Nash has to get his lines in, so he's not turning around yet. So Elix Skipper's just up there forever like an asshole. And fucking Nash says, one thing these kids do is the top rope stuff.
Week in, week out, this top rope stuff.
I don't know, last time I was in a bar fight, I knocked the guy down and he wanted top of the bar to do something. And then Skipper hits a big top rope drop kick to Nash, and Nash actually takes a pretty good bump for it, too.
I was surprised. Me
too. I thought he was going to swat him.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was going to move or something. But he took a fucking bump.
He looked good.
And it shows Lex Luger, and he's swiping his face. It's hot as fucking here, man.
So then they go back to Luger, and they probably told all the fans to fuck off with your fucking signs. So Skipper's firing up on Nash. Sanders tries to hit him. Skipper takes him out, but then Nash gloms Skipper from behind again to stop him. And we go to the shot of Luger, and we come back, and Kevin Nash is on the microphone.
He's on the microphone! Again! Kevin Nash is on the microphone, and he's doing the fucking Peter Griffin bit. You know what really grinds my gears?
That's fucking unbelievable. He says, the only thing I like is the fact that this guy claims he's Canadian. The only thing about him, he decided to go to Canada because he makes about $30K a year, which makes him a millionaire in Canada. And then he drops the mic, jackknifes Elix Skipper, and Mike Sanders pins him and beats him for the belt.
Holy
Skipper gets nothing.
Shit.
He said this guy makes no money, gets no bitches, jackknife. Fuck you, man.
Team Canada run is over. You guys are done here. Holy shit.
After the money line, I was like, okay, they're gonna give Elix like a falsie. He just picks him up and jackknifes him.
You know, like grinds my gears. This guy claims to be Canadian. He makes $30,000 a year over here, and then he's a millionaire in Canada. Jackknife powerbomb.
Fuck you. And Mike Sanders pins him and wins the cruiserweight title.
Oh,
what the fuck?
This is pro wrestling. This is pro wrestling. Holy shit!
I couldn't. It was like almost too good to be true.
No one will ever have this much power ever again.
No way. No one can get away with this.
Kevin Nash standing in the middle of the ring, cutting a promo.
Whooping Elix Skipper's ass. He's a champion in the company.
He is buried in this stupid top rope shit. You try to take all our old guys' spots. Fuck you.
He said, yeah, you can hit me with that top rope dropkick, but I'm burying you right before that. Fuck you.
That is so sick. Oh, my God.
That's crazy, man.
Oh, yeah. So backstage after that, Terry Taylor runs up to Goldberg and tells him he has another match tonight.
You got another match tonight. You're up next. And Goldberg says, no, you're next. What?
Shut the hell up.
Not me, you fucking goof. And then Nash and the Natural Born
Thrillers. Natural Born Thrillers.
Because I'm a natural born thriller. Nash says, I'm gonna go take a shower, boys. Good outstanding job. And then all of a sudden you hear, ah! And then the Team Canada jump the Natural Born Thrillers. And the Jimmy Hart and the agents and the referees try to break it up. And Jim Duggan is going down swinging with no beard.
Well, after that, Goldberg versus the Harris brothers.
What?
Well,
why?
Because He's got to get to the streak of 176, 177. Who cares? There's a 0 on the other side.
I was morbidly curious. I said, why is this not Chronic? Chronic jumped him. Chronic beat his ass. Why is this not Goldberg and Chronic?
They probably care more about Chronic than these two fucking jabronis.
Well, according to Alvarez, we got one report that Chronic refused the job to Goldberg on Nitro. When you look at how the show was set up, when Chronic attacking Goldberg after the first match, it sure seems like they were being set up to do a job for him later. Then, for no apparent reason, Goldberg, spoilers, beat the Harris twins. If they did refuse the job for Goldberg of all people, I see absolutely zero reason why they shouldn't be fired immediately.
Oh, fuck off.
I think them refusing a job to Goldberg is so sick.
Yeah, really. Fuck that shit. Look at us, man. That would have been crazy. Like,
hell yeah.
What, Goldberg just going to take out fucking Brian Adams, Brian Clark, and Jarrell Clark 3-0?
You can't be 3 guys. That's
fucked up. It's stupid. No way.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So Harris brothers jump Goldberg before the bell. Goldberg is wrestling in a cutoff shirt and jeans. He hits a spear on Ron Harris. Fuck pins him. And then the match is not over. He spears Don Harris, hits him with a jackhammer, and beats him too. Goldberg's now 3-0.
3-0. That's what that counts as 3-0, of course.
How the fuck was that 2 matches?
Who cares? Dude, the Natural Born Thrillers are backstage.
God damn it.
They need to know where Kevin Nash says hello. You would never guess what just happened, Kevin.
Natural Born Thrillers are knocking on the door. Sanders says, I need help, buddy. I need ideas for the main event. Okay, man. Okay.
So, yeah. David Flair is now dragging his victim to the ring.
Just hostage.
Oh,
and
man.
Tony Schiavone says, David Flair found out at the wedding with him and Stacy that his baby is not his. And on the videotape was the real father, and that's who he held captive. And then David Penzer walks up with a note and said, Mike Sanders said to give this to you. And Tony Schiavone reads it and it says, the WCW title match between Jarrett and Booker in honor of San Francisco will be a 49ers match. 4 boxes will be hung, 3 boxes that have weapons in them, and the 4th box has the WCW title, and whoever finds the gold first will be declared the new champion. This is a Mario Party minigame.
In honor of Joe Montana, tonight, the WCW title will be on the line.
Team. It's not the damn football team.
Of course not. Can't be. That's Joe Montana. He was a quarterback, you asshole.
So they announced the main event of the show in this 49ers match right now. We are almost at the end of the show.
A 49ers match to crown the vacated WCW champion is crazy.
World champion.
This is, you know what's funny is like, they said this is good and we're going to do Feast or Fire with this.
They were cooking there. JB said, I got something in my back
just
pocket.
Remembered. So Halloween Havoc pre-tape again. You're going to see something fucked up, man. You were going to see something sexy and fucked up, big style.
Real nasty and sexy.
Live, and you were going to see it.
Yeah.
So David Flair Town Hall.
Holy fucking
shit,
You ruined
my life. You ruined my life.
David Flair married or didn't marry Stacy. I don't know if they actually went through with it or not. So they were getting married. Where's
the rest of the crew? Where's Crowbar and Daphne?
They were held captive elsewhere.
They were in the coffin. You're a Crowbar that found that
coffin. I do remember that. You're right. So David Flair was going to marry Stacy because Stacy got pregnant and he thought it was his kid, so they're getting married.
Okay.
So then they find out via videotape that it is not his kid. I have to watch that. We might have to watch that eventually to find out what this. We got to do this in a weird way to get back to where this started.
David Flair says that he is going to embarrass this man. He's going to embarrass him. That had sex with his wife, long dick style.
Fuck Stacy Keibler and came her to all in her shit, and he is going to embarrass him.
This is like when you see people.
What is the problem?
You see people on Instagram. It's like, look at this. They cheated on me. You are telling me that they got fucked big style, and you're telling us.
Why do I want to know that? Why do I care?
Is insane.
How is it embarrassing for whoever this man is? And David Flair, keep this in mind. David Flair kidnapped this man and put the hood on him. He knows who is under this hood. So he knows what this man can or cannot do in a fighting situation here. So David Flair brings this dude out to the ring. And he says, you think you're going to get away from me? How? You ruined my life. And he slaps him around. He says, I'm going to reveal who this person is to all the people right now. I'm going to embarrass you like you embarrassed me.
I'm going to embarrass this man. that had sex with my wife.
You fucked her.
Long dick style. What are you doing?
So she said, you swear that you will tell everybody here and at home that you fucked my wife.
You had sex with my wife.
And he agrees. He nods his head. The man stands up, pops the hood off. It is Buff Bagwell with his mouth taped.
David Flair took the handcuffs off and then turned around to the hard camera.
Turned around, and then Buff Bagwell unmasks and just drops him. Clothesline City. Is David Flair supposed to be surprised that this is Buff Bagwell?
This is my favorite part of the whole thing. He turns around, looks at the hard camera. Buff takes everything off. It's Buff Bagwell. You see him. The crowd is the hard camera crowd is telling him that Buff Bagwell is behind him. And David Flair says to the crowd, he says, yeah, I know who it is. And then he turns around and Buff Bagwell fucks him up big style.
I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I know who it is. They fuck him up.
And then Buff hits his finisher.
He hits the blockbuster.
Which is a second rope fucking neck breaker. He is his finisher. And Tony Schiavone, as Buff leaves, says, if you think the story is done, you're mistaken. Oh, no.
Dude, he fucking had sex with his wife. And they kicked his ass.
David Flair thought the embarrassing part would be people finding out that he fucked Stacy Keibler.
What is embarrassing about that?
Maybe the embarrassment is the kid. It's an embarrassing pregnancy.
But then we found out that he's not even pregnant.
No, yeah, it's not true. Whatever, man.
But Buff Bag. Anyways, the Valvoline Max Life Motor Oil replay.
Fucking, they come back from commercial. I don't think Tony Schiavone knew they were live. And Schiavone says, "Oh, they're still trying to get the box." And he's,
dude, that was awesome because he's still trying to get the. Oh.
They recap the Buff segment with the Valvoline Max Life replay.
Whatever.
And then they show Buff Bagwell walking backstage and leaving. All right.
He's probably going to go have sex with David Flair's wife.
L Buff Bagwell.
Get out of here. This is crazy.
What the fuck?
Anyways, we have Jeff Jarrett versus Booker T in the San Francisco 49ers match.
For the world title.
For the vacated WCW World's title.
Tony Schiavone explains the rules of the match, and then he says, I don't think there's going to be a hand grenade in one of those boxes.
Yeah, Mark Madden says, yeah, there could be a hand grenade in one of those boxes.
I don't think so.
They just sit there. Tony Schiavone goes, yeah, I'm going to let you know there's not a hand grenade in any of those boxes.
Please don't get us in trouble, Mark Madden.
Dude, it shows a replay of Jeff Jarrett hitting Beetlejuice with a guitar.
That is fucking awesome.
That's Mr. Slapnuts to you.
Booker goes to give his shirt to a woman in the front row, and Jarrett jumps up from behind and then threatens to attack the woman.
And the woman's like throwing his shirt up. This is a classic WCW. This is
awesome. Yeah, it's stunt granny type.
Yeah, you're right. It is stunt granny. Jarrett, by the way, this match, if you want to look at it, Jarrett, Slick Johnson, 4 briefcases or boxes of this thing. This is just TNA.
You're right.
Booker.
Booker,
the South. Yeah, this is just
God damn it. Booker, they get back in the ring. Booker Irish whips Jarrett into the buckle, and one of the boxes that is hanging above the ring falls down from the pole and to the floor.
And they didn't miss a beat. Jarrett said, okay, I'm just going to get the box in.
Thank fuck that it was that one and not the world title one.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
it was so well done that I don't even know if it was a botch. I think, I don't even know.
I mean, I'd be surprised they put all the effort to hang him up there and then just fuck it like that. You know what I mean?
But he hit that buckle pretty hard. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He did hit it. Yeah. So Jarrett goes out and, as you said, grabs the box, stomps it open, and inside is a blow-up doll, which gets a big pop from the crowd.
Dude, he opens the box like it's a fucking video game. This is like the coolest match ever. I was like, damn, this is awesome. Like the way he does it, he punches the fucking box open. Yeah, he kicks it open with his foot. I was like,
Rumbleverse.
Yeah, you're right. That is awesome. I thought in my head, I was like, this match is going to suck fucking dick. But they were working for whatever reason. Honestly, if the world title being in the briefcase is like, that's insane. But like realistically, the idea of like having 4 random boxes with bullshit in it that you can use, I don't hate this for whatever reason.
For a not world title or a spur of the moment thing, it probably would have been cool. Like I couldn't see like Dean Ambrose doing this. You know, this is a Dean Ambrose match.
Like having and the fact that they weren't just like they were actual wooden boxes that you later like you could break them open.
You had to break.
You like hit them. Like it made it so much cooler. And like these two guys have worked each other so fucking much, and like they're good. They're good. And this match was actually fucking awesome.
What do you think of the blow up doll being in there?
I thought that was a haha funny spot. I was cool with it because I didn't know what to expect. Funny. I didn't know what to expect coming out the thing. Having a sex doll in the first one is definitely one thing to do. And then it reminded me,
definitely Vince Russo.
It reminded me that Family Guy was airing at the time that this was happening.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Which, by the way, is crazy.
Like, same era.
Same
South
era.
Park, Family Guy.
Yeah, all that shit.
Who
was
Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Simpsons was still hanging on.
Yeah, you're still hanging on.
Linda Ellerby live. Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Somebody, I think someone, I forget who it was. Someone tweeted me and said, please yell at James because I can't stop thinking of Linda Ellerby.
Welcome to Nick News' Linda Ellerby.
So Booker hits Jarrett with a bunch of scoop slams. He goes up and grabs one of the boxes. And he pulls it down. And he punches it. And he pulls out an item. And he looks at it. And he presents it to the camera. And he also looks at the camera, and it is the Booker T. Scott Hall meme picture. It is a picture of Scott Hall. Scott Hall has not been in the company for like a while now.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And there's someone that calls Scott Hall side too, so that's funny.
Scott Hall does come back this month, though. So maybe they...
Oh, yeah, maybe they prefaced it, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's he holds this picture of Scott Hall and just Booker T face. It's a legendary shot.
Yeah, it is.
It's the only reason why we watch this episode.
That's cool.
Just that shot. And then Booker picks up the box or uses the picture and just jumps off the second and smashes it over Jarrett's head.
And it fucking explodes. Everything that you could want to obliterate or explode in this match did. And it made the match so much fucking better for it. And like I said, these guys are working too. So I hands up, bro. This is awesome. I like this match a lot. I like the San Francisco 49ers match.
Speaking of things breaking, by the way, Jarrett goes outside and breaks one of the boxes just over Booker's head.
Yeah, and it fucking explodes. And it sounds and looks awesome. Everything here was perfect.
He puts Booker on the announce table, starts stomping him out on the announce table. The announcers are screaming at Jeff Jarrett to just go into the ring and get the box. And he stares at them and doesn't do it. And the whole rest of this match is the commentators angrily talking about them not going for the fucking boxes. Go get the box, man. Go fucking grab the title. What are you doing?
Commentary also says that this is the San Francisco 49er world title matchup, and that made me crazy. I was like, what the fuck? The San Francisco 49er world title matchup tonight. I said, what the fuck is shit?
Jarrett goes for a pile driver on the table. Booker counters and pile drives him on top of this. And this is not a gimmick table.
No way. That table is built.
You. Yeah, that was sturdy, motherfucker. Booker goes back in the ring, goes for one of the boxes. It almost flies out of his hands. He just grabs it and he goes, woo! And then he opens it. And it is a coal miner's glove. And Scott Hudson yells, oh, yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, you heard him. Oh, yeah.
Why is there something I'm missing here? What the fuck?
That's a classic Southern gimmick right there, the coal miner's glove.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
And they use this glove forever. I was like, wow, this is cool. They're actually like,
the whole match is around this glove after this point. Like, Booker loads up the glove and Jarrett fucking crotches him in the corner penis style. And then he takes the glove off of Booker and then starts beating him with it, hits him in the fucking midsection with it. Then he goes to pose on the ropes. Tony Schiavone's screaming at him to get a box. And Jarrett's too busy beating Booker's ass with his fucking glove. Then he jumps off the second, breaks another box over Booker's head. He goes to climb. There's one box left, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, because one was a picture, one was a naked fucking blow up doll, and one's the glove. So Jarrett goes to climb. Booker stops him, and there's a lot of this from now on. Just a lot of climbing up and cut off, climb up, cut off. Jarrett loads up the glove again, hits Booker with it, and then the ref starts to do a standing 10 count?
That's right. The match is almost over.
What do you mean?
Dude, no one's going to get that. No one's getting that box.
The box just stays
there.
No
box, yes.
What the fuck?
Classic.
Jarrett hits a back suplex, another double fucking count.
Yes.
Jarrett
They're
loads
working.
up the gun. Jarrett loads up the fucking glove again. He goes to a corner. Scott Hudson is screaming. He's going into the wrong corner. Then Jarrett goes to jump off the top to hit him with the glove. Booker catches him. Fucking bookend.
Super hot. Bookend, super hot. Crowd fucking goes crazy. They're working. They're going crazy. Booker fucking hits all the classics on Jarrett. Fucking everything. And then Jarrett Jarrett low blows him. Fuck you and fuck your moves. Fucking bitch.
Booker, bookend, axe kick, Harlem sidekick. He climbs up. Jarrett is with a low blow. Fuck you, man.
So Jarrett then goes to grab a guitar from under the ring, but he can't grab it.
It's stuck.
The guitar is stuck under the ring. So Jarrett...
multiple times he does this, by the way.
He keeps going back to it because Booker... Jarrett keeps trying to get the guitar because he wants to put Booker away so he can get the belt and be the fucking chosen one, the champion. He wants to be the man.
Chosen one.
So Booker keeps going to grab the box, but Jarrett goes back in, and the electric chair drops Booker. And then he goes back for the guitar again. And he fucking is still fighting with his guitar. And the commentator is like, oh my God, the guitar is moving.
Now, do you think that this was like how it was meant to be, go back twice? Or did Jarrett have to go down and say, hey, you got to get out
I think it was supposed to be twice. I think it wanted to build drama. And it did, because I was like,
this is unbelievable.
This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. So Jarrett goes to climb, says, all right, well then fuck it. I'm just going to climb and get the box finally.
I'm going to win.
I'm going to go climb and get the belt. So he climbs up to grab the box, and Beetlejuice is under the ring, and he comes out and climbs on the apron and punches Jeff Jarrett in the balls.
5 times.
He was punching the shit out of Jeff Jarrett's balls.
He was using his nutsack like a fucking boxing bag.
He was going in on his nutsack. This is crazy.
He would not stop, just repeatedly fucking slamming and jamming his balls
just
from
straight
behind.
Punching his nuts. Like, not a low blow, just punching his nuts from underneath.
And Jarrett's like bent over on the top so you can just straight up see his balls in his gear. And Beetlejuice
takes it as a threat and is like punching his shit.
Just annihilating his balls. Jarrett has to like sit down on the top rope to get him to stop, and he starts punching his ass. And Beetlejuice is in a Superman outfit still. Superman outfit, little Beetlejuice just going to town on Jeff Jarrett's ball sack.
He fucking sees his balls and his dick, so he just starts punching it.
Fuck you, man. What are you doing that? Foreign object.
Holy shit. So Jarrett, of course, gets down, and then Beetlejuice does a splash off the apron.
Yeah, he attacks him on the floor. Booker T bumps Jarrett to the floor. Beetlejuice jumps off the apron and attacks him. Booker then goes up, grabs the box to pull it down, and the belt falls out from the bottom of it.
That is crazy.
That just spills out from it, and Booker has to go down and grab it, and Booker wins.
Holy, man. Holy.
Dude, the 5 nut shots in a row is unreal.
Dude, oh my God. I had like an out-of-body experience when I saw Beetlejuice fucking punch him in the nuts. Like, not like low blow, not like he
it was
slammed him underneath. He one man punched him in the fucking shit. Boom.
And he wouldn't stop.
Boom, 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 boom.
He keeps going back to the well.
I've never. This might be the first time I've ever seen that, where somebody
punch him in the balls,
punches you in the fucking balls. Just punch. It's not over.
It is not over, baby.
Booker's the WCW champion, but that doesn't last very long because Scott Steiner slides in with a pipe and attacks Booker from behind.
He jumps in with a pipe and beats him down. And then fucking Jeff Jarrett, you see it like, because it's on the camera on the opposite side of where Beetlejuice and Jarrett was, so it's showing Steiner whooping Booker's ass, and then in the back you see Jarrett pressing fucking Beetlejuice over his head and throwing him over the top rope from the floor.
He slammed up off the top rope and like fell into the ring. I know that shit hurts so bad.
He's like, fuck you little bastard.
Punch me in the balls like that. Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man. Just dumps him over the top. Holy fuck.
Dude, and then Scott Steiner grabs Beetlejuice and puts Beetlejuice in the Steiner corner.
And show ending logo pops up, and that's what it ends on. Steiner having Beetlejuice in the recliner with Beetlejuice biting on his tongue.
It fucking shows, it zooms in to Beetlejuice's face this entire recliner, and all you hear is, look at
Steiner
Beetlejuice!
Yeah, you don't even see Steiner anymore. It's just Beetlejuice's face. Look at Beetlejuice.
WCW is awesome.
This is crazy.
This is fucked up, man.
Halloween Havoc's gonna be sexy as hell.
It's gonna be sexy and bizarre. It's gonna be a fucking. And I bet you the Natural Born Thrillers are on it, guaranteed.
God damn it, they're gonna be all over that shit, man.
Fucking teed. Holy. This is it right here. This is it. This is Nitro, baby.
WCW is.
We are back. Nitro's back.
Yeah, if you weren't watching this shit, you got to go back and watch this shit. Or if you're not watching the shows that we review, I think you should watch them and then listen to this, because you need to experience this shit in real time as well. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you got to watch the Natural Born Thrillers promo. They got a couple of them.
God damn it.
They got a couple. What am I gonna book for the fucking main event?
It's crazy how far along that we came on the show, and I forgot about the disco duck that started the show.
Yeah, don't forget about that. The disco duck that he fucked and had sex with.
He fucked right in its ass, and then Buff Bagwell camered in Stacy Keebler or whatever.
Yeah, embarrassed her real bad on that one.
Well, that was WCW Nitro for October 2nd, 2000, and that is the end of this episode.